Oh, hi, wife. What's going on? Why are you not impressed? What are you not impressed about? Harambe. Harambus. Those reasons. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Gamma 77. What's going on? How you doing? Listen, I cleaned the grill. Why did we lose twerking Snorlax? Maybe twerking Snorlax will come back. I cleaned the grill somewhat. I think I'm gonna need to buy a new cleaning surface though. It's pretty, the rust is pretty bad on there. Either that or I'm gonna have to like do an oil dip or something. Oh yeah, I brushed the daylights out of it. But I'm gonna need to clean it out anyway. So no biggie. I want to get that done because I'd like to start using the grill now that we actually have moments without rain. Yay! No rain is wondrous. It's glorious. It's beautiful. Come here. I'm gonna kill you. No good reason. Rap, 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 rap. Look at that. Look at that. That's a dead guy right there. All right, we're gonna take our sword off because this part sucks. Hooray! But I want, yeah. So now that we're not like completely busted with all this stupid rain. Woohoo! Kratos! What's up, baby? How you doing, man? Hey, I hope I helped you out yesterday. It was super funny because I started making comments in your stream, you know, ooh, hey, you know, I wonder if we can create a hype trade. And then you started going into this in-depth conversation about hype trains and subs. It was awesome. It was funny. It was good. Good times. Dude, that really sucks about your graphics card, though, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure, like, man, because you had, I can't remember, you had like a 3080 or something like that. Or 3090, maybe. It's all good. I actually ordered. Oh, you ordered a 5090? Oh, you are crazy. Woo. Really? You went all in, huh? I don't know, man. I would love that card, but the like reviews and stuff that I have read are just ugh. It's like one driver patch to the next. There's, you know, it's like they fixed it, then they broke it, then they fixed it, then they broke it. Building a new boy. Ooh, okay. I like it. Organ did you sell? It's actually not that expensive, believe it or not. Well, it depends on where you go, like where you're buying it from. But yeah, yeah. Fuck it, we ball. Hell yeah, baby. 4090s are the same price almost. Yeah, well, so you know why 4090s are so, the same price? Because 4090s, you know, it took them a long time, but they eventually realized that, you know, melting people's computers, not great. Then they thought they would upgrade melting people's computers to the 5090, And then they were like, ooh, maybe people really don't like this. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. The 5090 has like a lot. I mean, I'm sure you did your research, but like the 5090 does a lot of AI capability, a lot of DLSS and frame generation, which for me personally, I don't really, it doesn't bother me, like the frame generation. Like I feel like some of the folks that are out there, like I watch these videos because I was whole hog. You can ask my wife. I was whole hog gonna buy a 5090. And then matter of fact, we were trying to time them out, like get the at the release and stuff. We were trying to get them, which I'm actually pretty glad that I didn't. But the stuff that you end up dealing with as far as like the small artifacting from like using the highest level of DLSS, it to me it's like not noticeable. But when you like nitpick it, you show a video where it's like, look at this thing and it's like so small and it's tiny and it's, the black flies are out like mad here in central Maine though. Eric, whoa. Damn, dude. Stay away from those black flies, man. Those horse flies are real. Hey, Stoic, help me on Zenrun the other day. How's it going? Oh, hell yeah. What's up? Canadian Dice dot. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I play EverQuest. Graphics can suck my nuts. Listen, you don't only play EverQuest, and I know your life, baby. I know your life. I know EverQuest isn't your only game. I really enjoyed watching you play. The sad part is you played the Expedition 33, and I watched it, and now I don't really want to buy it. Does that make me a bad person? Are you looking to play live TLP server? I don't think so. Larkin, I don't think I'm going to play the TLP. I don't have any desire to play the TLP, really. Isn't Warpal Monk just so fun? Please don't get me fun detected though. Harambe, this is literally the character that I play with the devs during our static group. Like I've been playing this character with the devs for several months now. Like this is the one. So if I get it nerfed, it's because I don't know. It's just because. Nah, it's just another game, right? No, I mean like I've been like re-entering an unhealthy sleep schedule a lot lately. Like I think I don't know if you've gone to bed yet, but I think I probably went to bed after you. But I watched your stream all night while working on stuff. And then yeah, I mean it's good because it's like I'm entering that work phase for myself again, where like I'm staying up all night and I'm actually doing things that are effective for the stream and working on things that are going to help push me forward. But I tried to get out of that like really, really unhealthy sleep schedule because it was really kind of doing damage to me. But how long before they nerf warriors? Probably soon, TM. You think you went to bed? Oh, you actually beat me. I went to bed at like 7:30 or so. Hopefully long. I started Warrior Beast Cleric over the weekend and I'm having a blast. Pez Mage, War Beast Cleric is actually still going to be good even if they nerf warriors. Because what makes War Beast Cleric strong? Like, here's the thing. Okay, you ready, guys? Are you ready? Are you ready for the magic? Press Mighty Strike. Press Rage of Ralazek. Win game. Ready? And this is slow because I don't actually have like all the items and all the AAs that make this busted. We can also Blade Guardian, just in case. Little dude woke up and wanted wife to sleep. It's her birthday week. Oh, wife, Jen, do you see that? Little dude woke up and wanted wife to sleep. It's her birthday week. That's what I'm talking about. No, just start. Listen, what they're gonna change. Okay, what I think they're going to change is they're probably going to adjust Mighty Strike. I think there is a world where Mighty Strike gets some attention as far as how that's going to like interact, right? Like how that's going to where the hell do I not even have Inner Flame? What am I even doing here? I don't know. Oh, you wanted to wake her up. Dude, yeah. I do that with the dogs. Like we have this issue, the same issue with the dogs. Like the dogs will be like, Mom, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. And I try, like when I can, I try to catch them so they don't wake her up. You haven't tried that? Okay. So Mighty Strike is basically, it gives you a 100% chance to crit. And so with shield strike, with shield specialization and the heroic strength buffs, they've really like set it wildly over what a lot of other builds are doing, and that's why I think Mighty Strike is probably going to get adjusted. I'm new. Well, welcome, Milo. It's good to see you, man. Or whoa, man. I could probably Google this, but is it possible to set a timer and a chime on a macro so I don't have to keep watching my buff bar when Bloodlust? Oh my God, Pez Mage. Yes. Oh my God. Someone else in the world that is capable of glory. Yes, you can absolutely do this. Give me 1 second. Let me kill these and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Audio triggers. Oh. All right. Hold on. Hang on. We will show you the way. I'm excited. Mom, I need a secret treat. Wake her up. Yeah, exactly. I made Ranger, Shaman, Enchanter. I'm having a blast with the build. Feels very strong. Yeah. I still want to talk shop with you, Q. I know we didn't catch up the other day. I really wanted to. There's not. You talk about this in your stream from time to time. There's not a lot of people who are like pushing or like I'm trying to think of the most like PC way to say this, but like there's not a lot of people, because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. It's not that I'm like pooping on people. It's like when you have a real passion in or drive in streaming and like improving your stuff, there's not a lot of people out there that you can really talk about it and that it makes a lot of sense or makes any sense to. And so it's just really good to have people out there that you can like bounce things off from, as well as just, you know, talk about, you know, oh man, there's this thing. And like Q, I got a golden kappa the other day. What the hell? Like I at first I didn't even know the golden kappa was a thing. And then we got a golden kappa. Like, or, you know, I'm thinking about doing this new thing, this new channel redeem. I have this whole new stream idea. Now that I'm running the dual PC setup, like I have this whole concept and idea behind it. What do you think? Am I crazy? Like, is this, you think this is going to be received well? You know, there's a lot of different stuff. I tried my key with pause 300 to activate roars, but I think 300 is ignored because it's too long. It might be. Oh, stupid. There we go. Okay. Hello. Oh, poop. Man, I get a lot of enchanted Palladiuses. All right. Let me show you the way, my friend. I want to show you the things. Okay. So I'm going to stand over here. All right. Jenna Butler. I think that it does work, but check it out. All right. Are you ready, Pez Mage? Are you paying attention? Morning to you, Ogre. Castile, what's going on, baby? How you doing? So let me show you. You see this big EQ button over here? you should have one on your screen somewhere. With 2 Ethereal Destroyers, my DPS only really happens during Bloodlust and Roars. Jenna Butler, I can help you with that, actually. But yes. Okay, so EQ button. All right. We have all these pretty little things, right? We have all these little buttons. What do they do? What do they do? Wonders. Glory. Oh, look. We have these things. Agrometer. Audio triggers. Oh, interesting. Audio triggers. What could we do here? Well, let me tell you what we could do. You see Rage of Ralozek? You see when I click this button, your blood burns hot with, right? So your blood burns hot with, right? And then you do alert 1, which plays a little sound. Now it says your blood cools. Oh, okay. So create. Now we have that. Now we want to do your blood cools, period. And then we want that to play alert 2. Okay. So now we're going to wait for the cooldown just so I can show you. Des Royce, thank you so much for the Prime Subarino, baby. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. 3 whole months, too. Awesome, dude. I really do appreciate it. I, too, had assumed the EQ button did nothing for the EMU. Yeah, it absolutely does. Absolutely does. And so you get these audio triggers, right? And then we create this one. So we have both of these, right? Okay. Now watch. Listen very carefully, okay? Did you hear that? Do I need to turn the music down? It played an audio trigger for both things. So we created an audio trigger for when I start it, and then when I end it. You don't have to do that. I don't actually think you need one for when you start it. In with the music, but okay. Let me hold on. We can pause some music here real quick. All right. Crikey. All right. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, Pez. I got you. We can actually we can do some things here. Okay? We can do sound volume. Now, this is going to blow out your ears, but it's okay. Ready? Now listen. It takes a while to wear off now. The audio triggers are really low. Nothing played on our end for alert 1. Let's find hold on. Let me find a better alert. Is that, can you hear that one? Or this one? Oh, that's a good one. That's really loud. Hold on. Let me remove this one. We can actually disable that, and we can set this to alert 5, right? Apply. You're not hearing anything? You don't hear that? It's literally popping red on the... Apparently, I didn't put a limiter on EverQuest. Nothing. That sound does not... Oh, I know. Hold on. Let me see here. Do I have this set to do something? No, it's going to every channel. That's weird. The only thing that doesn't go to YouTube is Spotify. Huh. Well, I have no idea then. Scuffed streamer. What am I supposed to hear? It should sound like a ding. It should be playing like a weird ding sound. Like that. Yeah. Little chime. Boop. 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 Just my voice. Weird. It's totally like the sound is showing up that it's broadcasting on OBS. Like it's actually playing very loud on OBS. Like it's redlining. Because apparently I was dumb and I didn't put a limiter on there. Oh, maybe. Let's try. Let's see if we make it quieter if it then plays. How about that? Was that better? Yeah, yeah. This is part of EQ. You can actually go right over here and you can go, you have actions and then audio triggers right there. Yeah, Q. It is absolutely set to well, actually, hold on. It is not set to monitor and output. I turn the monitor off for all my sounds, but I do independent sound sources. But hang on. Let me try this. Can you hear this? Hey, nope, nothing. All right, well, screw me. All right, well, that's how you do it, though. These do play sounds. I have no idea. But yeah, you can set these up, right? And you can set these up so that it'll tell you when different things happen. So like we apply that alert 5, and so when your blood cools, when we hit Rage Ralazek, it'll play the sound when the skill wears off. So what you do is the same thing for Bloodlust. Easy enough, right? Well, it's playing through my EverQuest audio trigger. Like Ogre, it's in my EverQuest sound. Like when I look at the sound playing in OBS, it is showing as going through my audio in EverQuest. Like the audio in EverQuest is pinging up. So it's definitely something in the game. I just don't know why it's not being picked up. You don't hear the game sounds? Yeah, I do have those set really low, or I had them set really low. I could try adjusting that again too. No, I turned it off because a lot of people were complaining when I'm doing a lot of people were complaining that when I do things like I'm trying to get like AAXP or farming items and things like that, a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's making the trumpet sound so many times. So I shut it off for people. Hey, Broken, Mr. Stoic, noob question here. Am I supposed to turn off auto attack when a boss rampages or something? So not rampage, enrage. So like if you don't have, okay, let's see here. If you don't have, there's some strike through stuff. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. So if you don't have some strike through, right? Where are we? Let's see here. Tactical Mastery. Yeah. So Tactical Mastery adds your ability to strike through different attacks, totaling 75%. So you would need 2 different classes of skills in order to get 100% strike through. So that's the first important part. If you don't have 100% strike through, then 25% of the time when you swing your weapon, you're going to get hit back. Sometimes you're going to get hit back like once. Sometimes you're going to get hit back like 5 times, 6 times. Woohoo! Little Vendrick. So, yeah, that's kind of the skinny of that, though. Let's see. We did Sleeper, right? So we don't need to mess with that anymore. Let's go to Plane of Water and go mess some stuff up. Bow, 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 bow. I don't even remember what it. Oh, thanks so much. No wonder Saru beat me to death. Yeah. When he gets low down and he enrages. I mean, Saru is also not an easy fight for a lot of different classes. So It's just something to be aware of. For sure. Also, guys, I got to tell you, I'm getting reinvigorated. I've been a little like lackluster on the videos lately, and there's a couple of different reasons for that. But basically, we're going to be. Last night we updated the best in slot list for a couple of different classes. I think tonight we're actually going to do some recording. And I love you, Malik, and I love you, Reina, but I can tell you right now, this includes not hanging out in Discord anymore. That's really been kind of occupying my brain a little bit. Like when I'm in there, I just engage and I talk and, hang out. Instead of like recording stuff and doing stuff. So I got to get back to the grind, right? I want to do better. I want to release more content. I want to do bigger things, shinier things. Been farming Froglock egg capsules, 800 AA, level 30, and only 2 Lego. Ooh. You can also do the egg or not the egg capsules, but the snakeskin gems out of Syrah. So if you're a higher level, you can go back and do those. Just saying. The egg capsules are definitely the best ones, followed by the snakeskin gems, but still both very good. All right. Yeah. I want to get Q. I really want to help Q get his YouTube monetization. Matter of fact, actually, guys, if you don't already, check this freaking sexy fella out right here. Okay, this guy, Big Daddy Quatos. Q, can you give me your YouTube? Actually, hold on. Never mind. I can actually pull it up. I really want to help him get his monetization over there. He's like, man, he's getting so close. And then he had like a computer problem recently. And it's kind of sad. It kind of makes for sad Panda, but he makes a lot of great content. He's a really upbeat, awesome guy. He makes songs. He makes a lot of music and stuff. If you're a streamer yourself and you raid him, then he will make a song. Typically, some nights he takes off on that, and understandably so. But yeah, am I like, why am I not even? For some reason. There you are. I see you
now for the nations of the world with your boy.
I see the Q dog. All right. Oh wait. Do you have 2 channels, one for shorts and one for... No, that's your shorts. Never mind. There we go. Boop. There we go. If you don't already, give this man a follow. He's an awesome... He's kind of a pillar in the community, in my opinion. He creates a lot of content. He answers a lot of questions. He does a lot of like social work in the community. He does a lot of just helping people. It's really funny because I realized yesterday, as I like sit there and lurk in a stream and I'm working on stuff, there's a lot of people that come in and basically get some counseling from Q, little therapy mode. Not that it's like overly not like it's like overly silly, but it's just like it's not trauma dumping. It's people coming in there and being like, and they want to update Q. Q is dad, you know what I mean? Like dad mode. They want to tell dad about all the wonderful things that they've accomplished recently. They want to talk to dad about, man, this interaction I had today at work. They want to tell dad about, this new thing that they're thinking of. And I'm no different. I'm no different. I'm in there and I'm like, man, I got this new thing on my stream. Dad. I got to tell you about it. It's like, it's so, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a really good feel. And you've been playing Mega Man lately, which has been awesome. It reminds me of my childhood. He's been playing all the, like, going through the old retro Mega Man games, which has been awesome. So if you don't already, please follow him on YouTube, follow him on Twitch, give him some love. He's good people. He's a great person just to be around. And he is very much so a pay it forward kind of attitude, you know? Definitely recommend getting out there. Helping people, and then having those people help more people and new people. So, yeah, baby. I'm trying to get another one of these moss encrusted bands out of here. Best in slot ring by far. But my God, man, it's just one of those things. It's just not easy to obtain. Hell yeah, dude. What's going on, Dark Animus? How you doing, baby? His body's kind of twerking out a little bit. I don't think, is this worth as much? Nah, I'm not really worried about that. All right. Off to the giant squid of doom. Gets down like that? Hell yeah. Sure he does. Just chilling till burgers for dinner. Don't want to start grinding till after the interruptions are sorted. Dark Animus, where are you located, bud? You seem to keep some pretty wild hours, too. Hello, what's going on, nerd? It's the Nerd Navigator. Speaking of good people, Nerd Navigator's also great people. He's a fellow stream team member. He's just a sexy little boy. You guys want to see something really funny? You see these little anglerfish? Watch this. They're not so little. They're not so little. Mm-hmm. I need the dark map like yours. Yeah, Jillykins, you can download it. I believe actually. There we go. You can get that stuff right there. I also renewed my BiS claim, so you can now you can do the BiS thing. If you want to see all my BiS lists, you can type !BIS, and that will pop up some saucy things. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Piss list? What? No, not a list of places I pee. That's a very different stream in a very different location. No. Oh, man, we're getting really close to... Uh-oh. Oh, man. My mouse, this is me moving my mouse. My whole, like, something has been going on with this mouse lately. This is me moving my mouse from one side of my keyboard, like, one side of my mouse pad to the other. Like, it's not... Something's no bueno. Oh, I just realized what's no bueno. There's literal dog fur inside the optical thing. Like, I can see a lot of dog fur in this thing. Way to go, Pugs. Hi. I bet you that has something to do with it. Eat it, gain their power. Listen, that power is reserved for Pugs. If I eat it and join their ranks, the world is not prepared. Have they what? All right, there you go. There we go. All right, let's see if this works. Let's see if we can actually move our mouse around now. Nope, that did not change it, actually. It's still no bueno. To be fair, this is kind of it was a very cheap mouse. I'm just surprised that it doesn't work already. Like, I'm already having issues with it. It's very odd. Oh, this is again, this is me moving my mouse all the way. You see how it like catches? That's just, I'm moving my hand in a fluid method. It's just not moving in a fluid speed. I tried, like, I turned off the acceleration too, like the mouse acceleration. Like, you see how it hangs in places? That's just me, like, gradually moving my mouse across my screen. I'm like, I've got some jank stuff lately. IntelliMouse. No, this is a Red Dragon Impact. Somebody recommended this, even though that it's like a cheap thing. They were like, oh man, you should try this thing. It's actually really good. It's not total trash. It hasn't been a bad mouse, but it didn't last anywhere near as long as like my usually I buy the like Razer Nagas and the like the Hydra. But like that, this is me literally moving my mouse all the way across my pad. There is only one, really, the G502. Is this the new like saucy mouse? Hang on, let's take a look. See, it's really bad right now. I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's almost unplayable right now. Let me try the mouse pad too. Is it the mouse pad? Oh my God, it's not the mouse. It's the mouse pad. One second, please. Man, I love that mouse pad. No, I don't. I just don't want to chalk up my desk by dragging the mouse all over it. Nah, is it? Is it? Okay. So it responds really good to moving it around my desk, though. I just don't want to like rip up my desktop. That's so weird. All right, for today we'll do this. Hopefully that doesn't do so much damage. Okay. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna have to check this. What is it? The G502. The G502. Actually, I don't even need to click that. No, is this still? I don't know. No, actually, it's way more smooth. Yeah, it's way better. Way more better. It's way more better. I'm lying. I'm way older. Howdy, y'all. What's going on, Tavish? How you doing, baby? The fun's hey, Brogan. I'm following your guide for Shaman Rogue SK, and I'm getting destroyed by Valen in time. Any advice? So let me ask you, my friend. like what level gear do you have? What type of things do you have? Like what's your strength, your heroic strength? What's your mitigation? What's your attack? If you're getting destroyed by Valen, are you getting destroyed when he spawns his ads, or are you getting destroyed like is he just wrecking you, or are you getting destroyed when he spawns the ads? What primary and secondary would you recommend for Warrior, Shaman, Necro? So Milo, allow me to give you the thing here. I need to actually like, I don't know. I haven't messed with YouTube and bots and stuff, but there, use that. Kelp Hilted Mace and Shield of Strife is what I recommend. But that has a guide that has all of the info. Yes, he spawns his ad and getting wrecked in general. If you use counterattack, when he spawns his ads, pop counterattack. If you're not already casting Quiescence and Rabid Bear on yourself right around then, that helps as well. Yeah. All right, let's kill all these things. Bring me the room, and then we'll kill the stupid Hydrotha. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. I wouldn't use them. Highly sensitive FPS stuff, though. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the G502? I meant to look that up. I gotta look that up. G502. I just want that on my list of things to look at. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's actually not an expensive mouse either. Oh, but it doesn't have 900 buttons on the side. Oh, wait. Does the G502X have 1,000,000 buttons on the side? I'm kind of a stickler. I really enjoy, like, I have 15 buttons on the side of my mouse. A G600. Are we big boy Logitech fans? Is that what's going on here? Corsair has like some really interesting. I have 3,700 AC, 2,500, and 650 spell damage. So, Funds, are you using Rabid Bear and Quiescence? Look, we're blind again. Other things happening? I would never know. I'm a Razor person. Cranium, I also have typically been a Razor person. But I'm open to changes and new things. Like butt stuff. See? Reyna! Holy smokes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's Reyna. Oh, hey there, Omni. How are you doing, baby? Reyna, how are you doing? TikTok gods are going to be mad. Do not talk about butt stuff on TikTok. However, not Quiescence. Am I supposed to turn attack off during Rampage? Don't worry about Rampage. Oh my god, I'm like doing terrible over here. Don't worry about Rampage as much as you should worry about Enrage. In fact, the Funds, were you in here when I showed people how to do an audio trigger? Because if you do an audio trigger when Enrage starts, then you will be notified appropriately of when that's happening, and then you won't get punched in the face repeatedly. Wendy, Reyna, what's going on? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. If you don't know me, you probably do. Broken Stoic over here. We are playing our Warrior Paladin monk, which feels weird because I know that's what Reyna's been playing. And yeah, we're just seeing if we can't get some moss encrusted bans. That would be nice. We like moss encrusted. God damn the stupid calamari piece of I mean, welcome. Reyna, how are you doing? Could have Reyna. Reyna can shout herself out, but we're not going to make her do that because that's just rude. Razer Death Adder is my favorite mouse. It's very long, and I have a big hand. Only 2 thumb buttons, though. Ooh. Nuad, tell me more about your long mouse. Is archery affected by enrage also? No, archery is not infected. Actually, archery avoids a lot of mechanics. It's one of the things that does make archery good. I just wish archery did a little bit more damage. Yeah, it's so enrage happens when it clicks from 10% to 9%. That's when enrage starts. But if you set up, like, if you're like me and you're like, you know, you lick windows, you eat some crayons, then maybe a sound audio trigger would help you better understand when, or like you'd be like, oh, ting, I need to turn my auto attack off. I shouldn't be attacking this thing right now. It's going to take me in the corner, and it's not even going to buy me dinner. So we did 404 Saru with the Pally Monk Warrior. Was not the prettiest kill, but did it. Hell yeah. I just died to Hydrotha because I don't have any A's. We have baby A's on this character. Let's see. Yes. Okay. And we only have the one named in here. Bloop. Over farming A is boring. Challenge is fun. Yeah. I mean, it's different. It's different. I don't mind farming A typically, but I've just been doing it so much that, like, I have several characters that are maxed on AA now, and back in the day I used to tease Malik. I still tease Malik, but because he's had the most A's on the server for a long time of any one player. And that is like, you know, now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, yeah. Over farming, yeah. What's the hardest mob you have done with the squishiest combo? So enrage only occurs once per fight at 10% health remaining. Yes, the funds, that is accurate. Yep. What is the hardest mob you have done with the squishiest combo? So, David, I have a build called it's called Mayonnaise, and he's a warrior berserker rogue. And let me just sing you a song about his people. His people are sad. He has no way of healing himself. He has no spell AAs or anything like that, so he has no way of making procs work better. He has no, like, there's just no way. It's like point for point, this is all he does, and that's all he's ever going to do, which feels really terrible, honestly. So currently I'm running SK Monk Bard. It's interesting. SK Monk Bard. Yeah. Tavish, I don't think that's a bad combo. And so we, somebody challenged me in Velius that basically I could not get that character all the way up to Lucklin. And I did. I played that character, and I was able to play that character and kill all of the bosses solo up to Lucklin. And right now he's in Lucklin. He needs to, I've been debating trying to push him through to pop, but it's really, with the introduction of auto skill, it's really not that interesting of a class to play, because you basically just walk up and press Q, like you just turn on auto attack, and then all the abilities roll and everything, and it's just kind of, honestly, it's just, we were just talking about grinding AA and how terrible that feels. That's all it's turned into, is just I have to farm like thousands of AA before I can take the next step. And that just feels kind of bad. So the problem is he feels better. He already did really good damage. He just doesn't, he can't live. He has no way of surviving. And that's what feels bad, is he basically, like, every single fight is an uphill battle. And so, all right, you ready? I'm going to let you guys in on the secret mayo sauce. So basically what you do is you farm clicky items, right? And you farm these clicky items, things like Blade Stopper, the Warrior Epic, Prayers of Mending, Prayers of Life, the Cure Curse out of the Ring of Fire event, things like that. And you click those items throughout the fight, and that's all it is. And that's like, it's literally that's what makes mayo work. That's the secret sauce behind mayo. I just got summoned by Jailadar Shade and decided to fight him randomly, and he's super tough. I don't know if he drops anything, but man, he's like way beyond everything. So Milo, he doesn't drop anything. He is the NPC that you give the necklace or talisman to in order to obtain your sleeper's key. And yes, he has like 5 or 10 million hit points, I think. Day. So David, if I was going to tell you, like, I think Mayo playing the War Berserker Rogue was probably the hardest thing that I've done. And then killing Doze was pretty tough with him. Because the dispels. And at the time you could dispel like a lot of the buffs. So like it didn't feel particularly great. Because like a lot of the defensive abilities and stuff at the time I was playing him, you could get, you know, your stances and things dispelled. They have since obviously changed that, but at the time that was it was pretty messy, pretty sloppy. All right, do we have any named over here that are looking good? Raina, thank you again for the raid. I hope you're doing well. What build is this? I'm playing a warrior monk paladin. We're gonna switch over here in a second. Matter of fact, I might even switch now. I kind of already like killed the one thing that I wanted to kill with this guy. And none of the other named are up, so there's no coral hilted mace or I'm sorry, kelp hilted mace or coral hilted tulwar. So we'll bench him. Let me show you the thing that I've been working on lately. This guy is actually really fun. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this guy. This was my first character that I made on the server. I was really happy and really proud. Oh, damn, I should have done Sra on him too. This character was like my first character. I really enjoyed this character, but I really had a hard time with him too because his damage was just trash. And now he gets to stand on the damage that is warrior. He's an absolute brute. He is a warrior necro shaman. He survives through Cascaded Decay, Shamanistic Curse, and Warmonk Pal. What is the strat for Wrath Council? That's all I have left for time access. Josie, hit your repose disc. That's your strat and will work. Yeah, I'm on SK Necro Shaman, so I can double up on Swarm Pet also. Ray. Oh, so Dark Animist. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see what the double does. The double. So as you'll see, we'll go to Velius. We'll go kill Sleeper really quick. And then we'll do the same kind of round robin with this guy. He's a lot of fun though. Yeah. Honestly, if you have a Hope Bringer, I mean, hopefully you have a Hope Bringer if you're playing that build. But if you have a Hope Bringer, just playing, hitting the repose disc, and you should kill a majority of those guys. Mulligan's Gaming Pub. Who's that crazy character? Hello. I don't have a Necro one done yet, but I got SK one first because it was cheap and got TOTC rank 6 to open Wake the Dead, Army of Dead, max to unlock Necro. Hell yeah. What's going on, Captain? How you doing? How you been? For those of you who don't know, I do maintain a BiS list document, which I worked on quite vividly last night until ungodly hours of the morning. I have updated the Shadow Knight Rogue Shaman build, and I updated the Warrior Necro Shaman portion. And then I think tonight I'm going to try and do 2 more classes, as well as finally crack down on some other stuff that's been on my to-do list, but I've been letting myself get sidetracked too much. Got to keep my head in the sky here, you know, get stuff done. I don't have Necro. Oh, I'm still in Kunark era, 374A. Been gearing up to try to do VP before ever leaving Kunark. They nerfed for post-disc damage. They did, but you don't. It's not about like. The Warrior is pretty stupid. Let me just say that. The Warrior is very stupid. Warrior is really good right now. And unfortunately, vaping, what's going on, baby? It's insane. In DN, I actually changed my Shad Bard neck to Shad Rogue Wiz. Yeah, a lot of people are leaning into Wizard. I messed around with my Paladin Enchanter Wizard last night. And been very impressed. Thoughts on Enchanter Druid Wizard? I think Enchanter Druid Wizard is great. I think you're going to nuke your freaking balls off. Oh, man. Are you guys still getting crashes? I'm getting a lot more crashes today. Is AC AUG always the answer, or is there a point where I need to go hit point attack AUGs? Josie Wales, if you actually check my document, I've actually changed and I've started leaning away from the AC AUGs. The mitigation is great and all, but it's actually doing less. Heroic Strength. If you're a melee build, you go as hard into Heroic Strength as possible. Vaping, thank you so much for the lurk, baby. Yeah, see, this is, like, I love this server, man, but this is one of the most frustrating things ever to me. Like, the server has repeatedly been dealing with these kind of issues in recent history, and it makes me sad. I'm just real tired of I'm not a big fan of the constant crashes every time you try to go from one zone to another zone. Yeah. Yeah. So the character change, like switching between characters seems fine, but like I just like, here's another hang. This is another hang. Last night I crashed like 7 times just trying to get back into the game. Yeah. I only Vicula, I only run the game on 60 FPS. Yeah, I only have one character logged in. And like right now, you know, I'm hanging again. So I'm locked out again. So again, you know, and this is getting like, I don't mean to poo-poo, but it's getting real old. So you actually, there are reasons to run the game at 60 FPS. Ring of Flowing Stones. Nope. Nope. It doesn't seem to matter the zone or anything. Oh my god, are we locked up again? See, like I can't even get into this character right now. Of course, 60 max. I'm talking about when it's not maximized. Oh, that's actually really bad. Because of the AFK stuff that they implemented, when you do the background lower of FPS and stuff, it'll actually DC from the server sometimes. Yeah. What's the best approach to selling things in the Bazaar? I come from Red 99, so kind of clueless on the system from the selling side. We can actually talk about that if you'd like. I actually had somebody ask me to make a video on this recently. All right. Well, we did get in the game. I guess I just can't do sleepers, but I'm stuck with the sleepers. I'm stuck with a sleeper zone. Oh, there we go. It's just frustrating. Like I don't want to have to do that every time I do like a new instance or something. Like well, I copied Aporia's optimizations and I have yet to crash anymore several days. Yeah, Vecula, I run every single one of those optimizations. Like literally every single one of those. I forgot to remove my damn weapon. I gotta remove my weapon now because I like on RIP, I do like 15% of a mob's health and damage. And feels real bad. You end up getting stuck. You're gonna be streaming this evening. Ooh. Yeah, he's making us all burgers, guys. That's the word. That's what I heard. Ragebringer. Interesting. He said it's basically was us trying to bypass timers, which I disagree with. That's not us trying to bypass timers. Where do I have access to the document? You have access to it right here, baby. So really, like leaning into anything but heroic strength is kind of goofy. There's really not a reason to do much other than heroic strength right now. That may change eventually. There we go. But right now, that's the thing. So you see there, I did 1% of his health in a riposte. But that's why we take our weapon off now when we run down. So we don't get summoned all the way back up. And on the Bazaar thing, so what you basically do is you buy some trader satchels, okay? You can buy those off the bag vendor in the Bazaar zone. You will then take whatever items you want to sell, you will place them within those trader bags. You will then go up to one of the stalls. You have to be standing on the platform in the stall, and you'll type /trader. When you do so, it's going to pop open a little window that's going to have all of your items. What I recommend you do is you control shift like this, and it'll show you all of the items that are there. What you can do then is you can click the coin, and you can organize it by the amount of money. What you typically want to do is, yes, you want to be a little undercutter, and you push, so like for this, I would sell this for like 3,900, for instance, or 3,850. And what would happen is, somebody will buy that. It puts the money into your bank, boom, or into your inventory, boom. Yes. So you also typically heroic AGI for my rogue is worthless. Honestly, most of the heroic stats in comparison to strength right now are worthless. Heroic strength is so abundantly strong right now that there really isn't a reason to do anything else. It is way too powerful pound for pound, one heroic strength to 1% damage increase to do anything else. How good is accuracy as a stat from Dex? So accuracy isn't too bad as long as you're pushing it all the way up to 300. If you're not pushing it all the way up to 300, I wouldn't bother with it. Someone told me I didn't need it on my build because I'm mostly doing dots, but to be honest, I'm still trying to stack a balance of it. So Dark Animus, someone told you don't need heroic strength because you do dots. Here's the thing. When you reach the late game, your dots are going to start underperforming and your melee attacks are going to start way outperforming your dots. Heroic Dex for bow rangers is about the only exception. Thank you for the trader walkthrough. Yeah, I hope that helped. I'm actually going to make a video that's going to go through it. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me break out my little notes sheet here, and we'll talk about this while we're waiting for my aggro to drop. Yeah. SK Shaman Necro actually I don't think is that bad. It may even be one of the good options to run a two-hander, but yeah, it's one of those things. I've not got 300, but fine, 200 is nice. So here's what I challenge you to do, Driznar. Get rid of your 200, only have 100, or only have 0, and tell me what the difference in your hitting and missing is. I parsed this for 3 hours last night and was unable to find a difference between having 0 accuracy and 200 accuracy. It wasn't until I broke into almost 300 accuracy that I started seeing a difference. I also tried taking I took all of my runes off and put nothing but attack augs on. So I split between the polished chunk of rage and the polished egg, or the polished egg of rage. Couldn't find a difference there either. And again, I ran like 2 hours worth of parses for that too. I think in extreme circumstances, archery is Yeah, it seems like heroic strength is really the pound for pound the only thing that's like really worth a damn, which is a wild thing. Yes, Rangers are the outlier in that circumstance. Obviously, Rangers gain damage and bonuses from heroic decks. I'd be curious though. Derek, have you seen any like good Ranger builds out there? Like, have you seen any like, when I say good, have you seen any Ranger builds that can exceed 20k DPS? Listen, I was up until almost 8 o'clock this morning running like parses and looking at stuff. I am a bloody psychopath. Melee Rangers are actually really good, believe it or not. Lightning reflexes is insanely strong. It's one of the things, like, there's a lot of people who are like leaning into it and kind of poking around with it a little bit. Not really, not since they fixed it. Yeah. I think that that's part of the problem. I think that that's essentially part of the issue, is that they're not so good anymore. See, like, I'm throwing my dots up, but these are actually, it's kind of trivial, if I'm being honest. It's not really doing a whole hell of a lot. The most damage I've been able to get out of a non-IOG, non-Druid build is about 7 to 8k DPS on dots. Without IOG and without Druid. I'll say that again. Without IOG or Druid. Like, look at these look at these numbers. Like, look at this is just from auto attacking. Like, it's tough to compete with that. So I'm auto attacking, okay? Just to put this in perspective, let me just find, well, actually, we'll use this. This is a really good example. So you guys can see this, right? I don't think Kata wanted Rangers to be melee. I don't think that has anything to do with the reason. Kata is a very binary person. And so if there's a bug, Kata has to fix it. Like, it's within his nature to desire to fix it. And the whole issue with attack mode ranged was that it was a bug and he like needed to fix that. So like, if you look at these numbers are absolutely wild, right? Like, I'm 7,105, 7,105, 7,105, 7,105, like 8,023. So these numbers are crazy. So this is also, if you're a dot player, if you play dots, this is about how much your dots are ticking for on crits and stuff now too. The problem is, this is one round of combat. This is another round of combat. This is another round of combat. A Necro is waiting 6 seconds between this happening. So this, and then they're waiting 6 seconds, and then this, and then they're waiting 6 seconds, and then this, and then they're waiting 6 seconds, and then another round. And like, that is crazy. Like, it's a little over the top, if you will. It's not even about like being behind melee. They're just behind everything. I don't know. And it's the weird thing is because it's like, we comparatively look at things just naturally. And what's happening is we are comparing dots, which technically do relatively good damage, to the other things that they have released recently. And the perspective that it, like, the lens that it puts onto us is a warrior can auto attack for 40k DPS. A warrior can auto attack for 40k DPS. Like, the what? Excuse me? I beg your pardon? Didn't I? Whereas, unless you include a druid or an enchanter, your dots are really only they're doing under 10k DPS. Even in like absolute cooldown madness. What weapon is that? So it's a hope bringer, but it's actually changed into oh no, I'm sorry. It's Kelpilted Mace. But I have the Zeb Glam on it. Yeah. Yep. It's the Kelpilted Mace, but I have the Glam. And interestingly enough, so I parsed this last night too. I compared the hastened Og, the fiery Og, the cold aug, the magic aug. What else did I compare? Because I'm sick of speculating on some of this stuff. Like, I'm sick of it makes sense because based on this damage or this function or this issue, it should act this way. So I sat down and actually did the math, and I have the parses now. There's two more things that I want to parse out to see how much they affect things. But what I'll tell you is the difference between the hastened aug, the fiery aug, the icy aug is negligible. Like, it's literally within 100 DPS. Can't we look at dots as complementary source of damage? So you could look at dots as a complementary source of damage. However, unless you're running certain builds, you lose damage casting them that you would do otherwise. Like, it's in certain circumstances, it's not even like you're actually losing damage by casting dots. Yeah, and that's not a good place to be in. I'm running the Tempest Bow. I have 2 plus $20, which helps. Yeah. I'm just really curious how, like, where in the world Rangers are doing good DPS, right? Like, I really want to know. Rage, Spirit Call, Languid. Oh. I didn't hit my shaman. This is another thing that I'm starting to notice. So all the changes that they've made to heals, I don't know if taps are worth casting. I don't know if taps are worth casting either. With all the changes that they've made to heals recently, I don't know if it's worth having a tap on your bar. That's another thing I want to test. Yeah, exactly. The interrupt issue, and now the speed of casting a heal is crazy. What's going on, Nines? How you doing, baby? How you been? I sometimes have one tap on my bar. I have it there, but I honestly don't know if it's worth it. I don't use it all that much anymore. Like, sometimes I'll click it just out of gigs, but like, it's almost always better to have a heal and cast the heal. Which is ironic. Grooving as always. Hell yeah. You guys want to see something really funny? You guys know what the coral hilted tulwar is, right? Oh, actually, I can show you a couple. Well, I need to buy a bag, actually. Never mind. But basically, you want to make sure you're standing in this. You want to see how there's like a little lip there. You want to make sure you're standing on that. And then if you type /trader, whatever items you have in a trader bag will pop up in this window. When the item pops up, if you hit Control Shift and click that, it is going to open the window. It's going to open like this, like that. And it's going to show you all the other items of that type, right? And then you can look and you can see what its value is. And then you can click the item, type the amount of money in that you want to sell it for, set price, and then begin trader, right? Like that. I can't start it because I don't have... Oh, wait. No. It says that I'm not under. Oh, there you go. You must assign a price to an item. So that's how you can do that. There's also, believe it or not, there's also barter. So this allows you to buy items. You can actually buy items from other players. Like if you want to buy EOM or you want to buy like another item and you want to barter that item, like let's say I wanted to buy another amulet of necropotence. You can actually set that up in here to buy that. And you can actually search like, are there other people selling this? Daiku armor fragment. Are there other people? There you go. See, people are selling this. They want to know, these people want to buy these Daiku armor fragments. So I can actually sell this to this guy for 10,000 plat. This guy wants to pay 15,000 plat for the, I think this is the upgraded version. Yeah, enchanted legendary. So you can sell it to them. Just putting that out there. Tool War sounds like a fancy wrench. It is definitely a fancy wrench. So this right here, this wave of cold effect is hilarious, and I'm about to show you why. You guys, did any of you guys farm Cornav? Any of you guys kill Cornav like on farm? You guys have that stupid room that Cornav is hanging out in where you go into the room and you're like, man, this is awful. I hate having to target all these goddamn mobs in this room. Well, let me just tell you, that Talwar fixes that problem very easily. Talwar was made for that room. Yeah, no joke, Knob. Is Warby's Cleric still good? I think Glyco, I think Warby's Cleric is the best that it's ever been right now. They recently decoupled Rage of Rallo-Zek from, or they recently decoupled spell timers from the server tick. And when they did that, they made things like Rage of Rallo-Zek and Bloodlust insanely strong. Insanely strong. I don't even know. Should I just spawn this? And then instead of clicking ready, I should just go to the Bazaar and then I should use the map to get into the zone. Apparently not. All right. We need to set up our pets. Okay. Ooh, we got 2 named right there. We got another named over there. Holy shit. Okay. Holy shit kebabs. Hot. All right. What if you put this Tool War on an SK pet too? And a beast pet? And an enchanter pet? And doppels? What if you put the SK weapon? Have you guys seen where, do I have one on me? I don't have one on me. I was going to say, I don't know if you guys have seen the SK pet summon weapon, but it actually harm touches when it comes out. So you can like get a bunch of them and they just summon pets. And the pets come out and they harm touch. And then it comes out and it harm touches. And then it comes out and harm touches. It's funny. It's really not, it's not busted. It sounds like it might be busted. It's just hilarious. Man, the song is so good. Mac Miller's Tiny Desk Concert is one of the best. Yeah. Mac Miller's a beast. I didn't actually start listening to his music until after he had passed, but it's really kind of a sad set of affairs. A majority of my favorite artists are people who died early. No Coral Shard. What? All right, where's Razorfin? He's in here. There he is. SK only laughing pets. Man, this song is so good. Yeah. What pet SK harm touch weapon? I'm skipping all over trying to figure it out. Oh, yeah. Hold on. So it drops off one of these named. Ooh, how much does that sell for? Oh, that is significantly less than I thought. So it's called the like obsolescent or obsolescent. No, not obsolescent. Jesus, that's the wrong word entirely. It is a... really don't have one on this character right now, do I? Let me see if one drops. Opalescent. That's what it is. Opalescent. I used to play Mad Mac Miller way back when. Hell yeah. So it's the opalescent. All right, we're going to go kill Swordfang. Oh shit, we can take a bunch of these spells off too. I don't know what I was trying to fight. I might have been trying to fight Zeb or something. Oh no, you know what I was trying to fight? I was trying to fight Saru. That's what it was. All right, we don't need Greater Curse. We do want Disease Infectious Cloud though. So that we can do things like this. Oh, hey pets, go get them. Go bring me an entire room full of mobs. And then we just put diseases on them all. Just like in real life. Wait, what? It is, yeah, opalescent. As a Warclare monk, Soloso found finishing up Lucklin, are there any good weapons on the horizon? Using Blackstar at the moment, and the end goal is HOHV, but is there something in between? Warclare monk. There is an item off Syrah that has a life tap. The Acrylia Divine Hammer of Consternation. What is it? Which remind me what that one's off from? Mulligan. Mulligan. Oh my god, another one. And another one. I bet you that one's worth significantly less though. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Cloak of Shadows. Divine Hammer is from Praetor. Oh, yes. Yeah. That's why that sounded familiar. Yeah. That's the DA hammer that's no longer the DA hammer. Yep. Yeah. It's the DA hammer that's no longer the DA hammer. The ratio's not bad. Actually, there's no named in there. I don't even know. I'm not really worried about killing him either. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, 80-35. It's not terrible. Could be a lot worse, for sure. Properly tormenting yourself in water, I see. Yes, Omni. But that only makes like normalish proc mod, right? Isn't there a summon hammer for cleric that's like 370 proc mod? There probably is one. I just don't know if it's the best. Because you really want ratio. Like ratio is so much stronger now. Well, not ratio. Actually, you really just want top damage. Like whatever the top line on the damage is most important with the heroic strength, since it's a 1-for-1. Like it's kind of dumb. I really like want to talk like the heroic strength change was amazing, but it terrifies me. It honestly terrifies me. It worries me. Correct. There's no heal component. I caved and put HB on my cleric monk pal. She's so much stronger now. Yeah. Divine Hammer is biggest damage one-hander you're going to get. Yeah, it means melee will continue to scale past all others in the future as is. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You know what it means? It means at some point down the road, there's either going to be a nerf or an adjustment made on melee. No. Get him. Yeah. Is all going to change a lot of expansions that come out, or is it all more A dependent than gear exactly? Also, how many expansions are left? Milo, there's not a point where it's going to be like they are going to go as long as they can. Like their goal is to keep dropping expansions as long as there is content for those expansions. I can tell you, honestly, I've looked into this. They have a lot of work to do on Gates of Discord. They have a lot of work to do. They have even more work to do on Omens. They have a lot of work to do for Dragons of Norath. So, until that stuff comes to be, I think that, a lot of the items and stuff. Ooh, shit. Oh God. Oh man, there's named up everywhere. Okay. Hell yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we can do, y'all. Let's see what we can do. Nah. Yes. Hello. The weird thing is melee already scale really hard off heroics, so they just added yet another source of scaling to that. Well, so Kata actually explained how the scaling works too, which is absolutely crazy because now, with heroic strength scaling off the back end of whatever the calculation is. So everything else is calculated, and then heroic strength's 1% is calculated on the back end of that. Like that is an absolutely massive, like truly massive freaking difference. And it's just going to continue to, like, whatever happens in the game, it's going to continue to scale off that. It's going to continue to be really, really strong and really, really over the top. No point redeems. No point redeems. No nothing. All dead. All that stuff is pretty much gone right now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It sucks because every time I go to like edit and adjust these things, like I have to go back through and then I have to like take things apart because I'm messing around with the like max amount of point redeems. So this whole project that I'm getting ready to release for the stream it's literally taking up every single channel redeem that I can possibly have. And so whenever I edit something, I have to go back through and like individually add the channel. Like I have to reprogram all of the channel redeems, and it's taking me substantially longer to remove them all and then put them back in, and then remove them all and then put them back. So I'm spending 3 hours working on the new channel redeem system. but 2 of those hours are spent taking down and then putting up the prior channel redeems. Because what I'm doing is going to use up every single channel redeem. It's going to be really cool. It just takes time to set up. Lies. Yeah, Nine's found one. Gates will take things like shielding a bit more available, so melee will have to free scale more heroic strength dogs too. Yeah. They might have to add like 1% crit heal amount for heroic whiz, 1% crit spell damage. That's really dangerous because it's way easier to get heroic intelligence and wisdom than it is to get heroic strength. And I'm not even saying it's hard to get heroic strength, but it is way easier to get heroic intelligence and wisdom than it is to get heroic strength. Yeah. Yeah, new ad. You're breaking like the top damaging builds right now that are melee are breaking over 100k DPS. And that feels scary. That feels like get your nerf equipment out because we're in trouble. What class mix is doing that? A class mix. It's basically warrior mixed with some other things. The issue is because of the calculation of crit and the calculation of heroic strength, the combination of these two things is causing things to go way, 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 way over the top. Is there a walkthrough on how to play Warrior Monk Beast Lord? I don't know. I don't know if there is a walkthrough. If there, it's not a class I play, Uncomfortable Truth Jones, so I don't know. Pliant loam in the hole. Hot. What's up, Firefly? How you been, Firefly? Where have you been? Where am I? What's even happening right now? All right, let's see. The next one, I think. Is it the next one or is it the first one? Oh, it's the first one. There he is. It's also like 3 million Augs. Nope, it sure isn't. It is not using like those builds that are doing crazy damage like that have nothing to do with like Saru Augs and all that. What it has to do with is it has to do with the heroic strength and the fact that you can scale. So this boss apparently doesn't spawn in a place that you can actually kill him. This is the second or third time I've been in here, and he appears to be spawning either under or over. So if you look, maybe I can figure it out with my little short gnome legs. Is he under or is he over? So he's right here. Maybe he's over? Right there. Oh, he's over, isn't he? Or was that my mob? Okay, that was my mob. Huh. Targ Sav. I can't hit him because I don't have line of sight. Can I sick my pets on him? I can. Okay. All right, let's see if we can pull him out. Oh no, he's like in the world around me? Oh, Oh, my animated pets are fighting him. Damn. Hang on. Let's see what happens here. It's the necro animated pets. He'll kill it in a second, and we'll see what we can do. Oh, except we have another one. Been a little busy over the weekend. How you doing? I'm doing well. Oh, cool. Hi guys. What's going on? I guess we've answered the question of over or under. Oh, hey. Cool. Uh, huh. I need a priest. I need a priest. I need a priest. Perhaps a young priest and an old priest? Wall hacks? All right. But hold on. But wait. All right. Guys, this will be our little secret, okay? This will be our little secret. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Shh. Okay, there is a wall there. We've hit a wall. We've hit a wall. Can we just... Oh, nope. There's a wall there too. Okay. All right. So we're good here. All right. We're good here. Nope. There's a wall there too. Oh, weird. Oh, okay. I'm like hitting something weird too, where it's making me like super speed swim. Oh. Look at my little legs. Look at my little... Oh my God, look at him. Oh my God. All right, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is as intended, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh God. Oh, nope. We hit another wall. Peak EverQuest. Yeah. Playing 26. Oh yeah, it's totally the ceiling right there. Hold on, let's see. Can we go up? We can't go up. Tell us how you do that? I can't tell you how I did it. That's an exploit. All right. We were able to swim back into no longer being in Narnia, though. So that's good. That's hilarious. Don't do that. That's bad. That's bad. It's a feature, not a bug. I mean, that's a great concept. Can you illusion through walls? No, you cannot illusion through walls. The way I did that was actually really Levant, you goon. No way. I shouldn't have done what I just did. You can't. Actually, I can't. Well, you're right. I can. I will just have to pay consequences for doing so. Which I opt not to. I elect not to engage with those consequences. Well, it's, I mean, all you gotta, yeah. I mean, you could be right. I'll cover your consequences. Yeah. Will you? All right. I love this part. This is my favorite part. This is why the Coral Hill to Talwar is amazing in this pit. Oh, wait. Something's attacking me. Kill that. Come, my lovelies. Come to me. Here, come here. Yeah, there we go. Come, my lovelies. Come. What could go wrong? It's all fine. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine, my lovelies. What? Consume. Oh. Consume. Whee! I decided to buy more buff slots before more direct power because dots overriding buffs is bad. 8 more ranks and now they cost 100 each. I think I'm done with this AA for now. Yeah. Well, it wasn't in the game originally. They actually added it after the fact as a like AA dump. Because even early on, we were running into that issue. Like even like in the server's inception, we were running into the same problem. Come on. Die, you little boogers. Did we miss some? Nope. There we go. Get dead, fool. Yeah, don't, pro tip. Don't do that. It's bad. Pro tip is bad touch. My bad. We done accidentally did a thing. Happened to be in that one bot area for second tier minis, fell off stairs. Uh-oh. No. I just want a thing, you know? I just want a thing. I want a crucible. Anybody? Just want a crucible. I just want a crucible. I just want a crucible. I just want a crucible. Mayhaps. Little crucible, maybe? Mayhaps a little crucible. What do you think? Recast all these buffs. And we've got this now too. So now we have a nice little curse clicky with the fast old casting boy. All right. All right, crikey there. All right. We hailed him again. What the hell? Why are we doing this? Plane of time. No, not plane of time. Plane of tranquility. Ba 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 ba. Highlands 84. I must have missed that you followed. Thank you so much. Where the heck? That was weird. It didn't show up. It did not show up on my list of notifications. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. That was awesome. It was fun to swim outside the world for a minute. Bow, bow, bow. All right. Plane of Fire. Plane of Fire. That was definitely interesting, but it sucks when mobs get stuck not in the world. Yeah, it does. It does suck. Especially when they have my loot and it's good loot. That's the sucky part. I really need their loot. The Forbidden Swim. That sounds like a good time, you know? Everybody likes to have a forbidden swim every now and again, you know? Oh, no. I'm going to have to kill these. Otherwise, I'll wind up with a giant freaking train at the frog. Been there, done that before. Ugh. Where is your forbidden swim, nerdy? Where is your forbidden swim? Come on. Down. Down. There we go. I already gave you a legendary mossy ring. Sheesh, demanding. Yeah, you're not kidding. To be fair though, I didn't even use like I haven't used it. I you know. What is your DPS? You know, it's a couple. I do a couple DPS. Like 3, maybe 4 DPS. You want to see my DPS? You want me to show you? I'll show you yours if you show me mine. How's that? Does that work for you? Here. Here's DPS. You see the 37,000s and the 35,000s and the 37,000s and the other 37,000s and the 26,000s and the 35,000s and the... Do you see those? Yeah. That's my DPS. Like 1, maybe 2 DPS. Yeah, just got here from hitting that like button. Are we winning yet? What's going on? I don't know. How you doing, baby? Why did the girl... oh, God. Stop, Mulligan. Stop. Stop. You can't do that anymore. I stream to multiple platforms, and it's bad. Why is he summoning me into the lava? 3, 4, whatever it takes. 6, 12, 19. $32, maybe 32 DPS. And you gave me a glyph and a shawl of not great. A shawl of not great. All right, let's go. Cloak of Shadows. All right. Oh, good. The named is not over here this time. Oh, but there's my frog. Man, I wasted some time. He's actually got all the way over here. Come here, frog. I must kill you. I must kill you dead. You might have an orb, and I need that orb. For science. So yeah, in other words, I do a couple DPS. It does pretty good. Warrior is feeling pretty nice right now. Doing pretty nice. I need an orb. Guy gave me 2. Ooh, shit. Man, he knew. Did you notice too, like I'm really not even bothering to cast the majority of my dots? I don't know, like dots are a thing. They don't do that much, comparatively speaking. You know? I want them to do more. I really do. But it's like Warrior just carries this build. Warrior just takes the build, tosses it over its like right on its back, and then is like, check this thing out. Like, look at what I can do. And orbs. 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 Orb. Yay. Does anybody need an orb? Anybody on stream? You guys need an orb? We gotta have somebody who needs an orb. You know something else we got to do, guys? We got to glam this boy out. We got to make him shiny and new. Hold on, let me stand in the light. All right. So, I was thinking about making like the purple armor almost like Reyna's armor. I really like that purple. It's nice. This blue is cool, but it's too dark. And if you look, you can actually see like where the mesh isn't. So if you're like a gnome or something, like you can see all this white skin in here. I could do red. We could do like the Shadow Knight armor set. I don't know. I'm looking for recommendations. Spida, thank you so much for the follow. I want to glam this guy out. I really do. Like the Zeb weapon is really cool. I really enjoy the like Zeb, like the attack animation, the whip. All right. Let's try something dumb. You guys want to see something dumb? Let's see if we can get away with dumb. All right. I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. I'm going to try it. I might die. All right. We're going to... Actually, why would we do Call of Fire? They'll resist Call of Fire. Let me use this. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to try something dumb. Are you guys ready for Go Go Gadget Dumb? All right. Go Go Gadget Dumb. Here we go. Good day, DJ Death Star. How are you doing? We're killing everything. All of the things. So, the reason that this is more Go Go Gadget Dumb than ever is I'm a necromancer. I don't know what could be happening here, but I feel like I might have a couple pets over there killing some things. It might be happening. Dat Cascade Healing. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. Cascade Healing and the Shaman Slow. Yeah, I have a couple pets over there. They're doing some work. They're doing their job. Look at these guys. They're doing things and stuff. What's healing you? Cascade of Decay. So, all right. So the method behind that madness, I started off with Furious, which was good. But the method behind the madness, the true greatness, the true wonder, the true glorious, as you see this, my pets are casting buffs on themselves. So is basically you're using Infectious Cloud, which is applying a dot over everything in the group. The shaman side is casting a slow on everything that has a dot on it. And then the necro is casting a heal over time on everything that has a dot on it. So, yeah. Pretty great. I think we can actually recreate it here. Maybe. I think we can recreate it here. Shit, I moved. Stupid summons. Oh god. That was close. We had to pop a cooldown, which is fine. Come on, cast the spell. Cast the goddamn spell. Oh god. Nope. There we go. And then we can make it stupid by casting Spiritual Blessing. So Spiritual Blessing is going to make all those heals crit, right? And then if we want to be really dumb, where is it? There it is. We can do this, and then we could go like this, and then we can go boop. You can't see anything because I can't see anything. But what's happening here is I put a Painbringer on. So I'm nuking everything in a group. Would Warrior Rogue Paladin or Warrior Rogue Bard be good? Yeah, Warrior Rogue Bard is pretty good. Doing well. Just finished respecking SK Necro Shaman. Got up to 170 heroic strength, but cost way too much right now to get more. Farm it, baby. Farm it. Don't just buy it in the store. We're playing a game. Go get it. Go get it, baby. All right. We actually are going to need to switch back because that it does do damage. But we'll consume XP now. So yeah, it feels pretty good. I don't know. Seems good, right? Did we do good? What's up, baby? My pug is over here being a little hambo. He's my little ham. There's my little hambo. You little pug. That's fun. Yeah, it's a beast. We're not even like guys. I'm not even wearing any augs. Like I'm literally wearing 0 augs right now on this character. Can you imagine what's going to happen when we actually put augs on the character? Can you imagine what will happen when I put augments on this character? I'm doing this with 0 augs. All these stats and everything you see, 200 strength is 0 augs. I don't even have the might earring or the arcane earring. I'm using a Ring of Destruction, okay? Do you see these? Do you see these? These are Cammy's Bracers of Vigor. Mulligan, hide your eyes. Do you see what I am wearing for gear? This is not... Lazarus, thank you so much for the follow. Do you see how stupid this is? Like, I am not by any means best in slot. I have 2 Cammy's Bracers on. I have a Ring of Destruction on. I have 622 spell damage. This is not some magical, wondrous, like, I spent a bunch of money and, oh, shucks, I can't afford to get that strong. This is just crap gear for the... Well, I mean, it's not all crap gear, but there's no augs in any of this. Like, it just is what it is. I forgot that I can click that, and I can click this too. Boop. All right. Actually, Hide corpse looted. I like to loot these words because you never know when I might go back and like need a spell or something, and I can just literally blow like 200 or 300 words on a single, like trying to chase after a certain spell and not feel bad about it. How did you get over 200 heroic strength? I'm BiS in a lot of spots, but only 170. I don't know. I just, I got gear that was good. And just kept pushing heroic strength. Just kept pushing heroic strength on stuff, I'm actually going to swap these out for these right here. This has more heroic strength on it and the preservation of Solosec. I think this is way better. This effect is actually really good for this build. So I'm going to be swapping this out. Heroic strength is just too strong in general. But I have not gone all out on a single build yet, like in the game. And I'm going to do so on this character. I am literally going to get him the best of everything. I'm going to get him the elements. I'm going to get him the Zeb weapon. I'm actually going to get him the Zeb shield specifically. Search the Baz, buy slots with 40 plus stir. Yeah, well, you don't even have to buy stuff, like just camp stuff, man. Like this build is ridiculously strong, even with shit gear and stuff. It's thoughts on starting a Bazaar arena PvP tournament. I feel like it would be a lot of fun. So Cloudsy, I had that idea at one point myself. The problem is it's way too hard to ensure continuity and like make sure people aren't cheating to some extent. There's some methods and some madness that's in the game right now, and it would be really hard to ensure that people aren't engaging in that stuff. And then they're like, I think it would be a lot of fun. I just think that it would be really hard to take seriously or for people to like really get into it and do it well. I myself would want to do it more seriously than I would. Like, it would be fun, but the continuity of it being accurate would be important to me, and that would be a difficult thing to operate or run. Yeah. I mean, Baz gives you a list. Do it in the arena off Lake. No. There's, even if you did it off the arena, like you'd still have problems. There's shenanigans that can occur. The server has too much jank for PvP. Like, this game is so far not intended for PvP in the first place. And now that this server has all the things that it has, it's even worse. It's just not, it's not great for PvP. There would like never be such thing as a fair fight. What weapon do you recommend for warrior? So you have a couple of different options. If you're going to run like the build that I'm running, for instance, then I do recommend the kelp hilted mace. If you're just running a warrior period, Dark Blade of the Warlord is probably the best weapon that you can possibly run right now for like high damage ratio. If you're playing, a cleric or something, Hand of Holy Virtue or Holy Vengeance, Hammer of Holy Vengeance, blah blah blah. Wow, God, tough to get that out there. Hammer of Holy Vengeance is probably the road. If you're playing a Beast Lord or something, like Shania is not a bad option. There's a plethora of options, and doing Warrior Rogue So if you're doing a rogue, then I would recommend Jagged Time Forge Blade. The only thing you need to bear in mind is you need to tailor your expectations a little bit, because the warrior isn't going to do as much damage with the Jagged Time Forge Blade in your main hand. But you'll get more damage out of the backstabs. And if you're not doing that, then you do have the procs from the poison, which are good, but yeah, if you have Paladin, go Hopebringer. Words are hard. Yeah, it's true. They're very hard. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I really hope, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. And I do hope that I'm helping you. I do hope that, like, the questions you guys do have, this is being assistive to you. I hope that, you guys are learning stuff. And if I don't know the answer to, like, I'm happy to, like, try to figure out what that answer is. I've really been dedicating myself to, like, doing the hard science lately and trying to locate, like, track down what the actual answer is to a lot of different things. So how important is weapon damage in the shield specialist build? It is pretty much primo supremo. Weapon damage, the top number, this thing is the number. This is the most important aspect. Obviously, delay matters too, because if it was too slow, it would be stupid. But even with this 40 delay, I'm still doing ridiculous damage. Up to almost 1200 AA on Warrior, Monk, Cleric. Hell yeah, dude. I've been trying to sort which of the 4 weapons I got my War Bard Druid to use. D-Bow. You want to use D-Bow. Dark Blade of the Warlord. Well, go get one. Go kill Rallo Zek. What are you doing? Get your shit together, Wendy. Jesus Christ. This is why we can't have nice things. Not there yet. We'll get there faster. Jeez, I'm crow. I still got to kill Nagi and Vox. Oh. Well, Jeez. The XP bonus helped with the AA part. Yeah, I bet. What should we do next? Should we do time, or should we just do another character? Actually, we could do I still need to get Leopard on this character. God damn it. I don't want to get Leopard. I'm going to go kill the Emperor, and the Emperor is going to be stupid, and he's not going to give me Leopard. Chocolate chips. Okay, here's one. I don't know what stacks with what. So as an example, I have a Ranger Rogue Wizard where several of similar effects. As an example, does the effect of plus fire damage stack with plus spell damage? So West, if you're talking about focus effects specifically, if you have, let's say you have an item like this, okay? This says Vengeance of Eternity increases the damage of duration damage spells by up to 300%, okay? If that was like a nuking one, so like this increases magic damage by up to 300%, and then you had another one that says increases fire damage by up to 360%. If you were casting a fire spell, the 360% would take precedent over the 300%. Then if you casted a cold spell, the 300 would take effect. If you casted a magic spell, the 300 would take effect. Does that make sense? You won't until you get life tap Augs. Honestly, I'm not sure. Does that build even have improved healing or casting fury or anything? I don't know. I don't think bards bring those innately. Maybe it's just a for funsies build, you know? But with warrior, I mean, you pop Blade Guardian, right? And then you do Mighty Strike, and then you win the game. And then you just pray that you kill whatever it is before it kills you. Yeah, they get damage, not healing, though. Ah, okay. Did that make sense, West? Oh, yawn. Fuck, sorry. Wow, 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 wow. What do you guys think we should do? Man, maybe we do the red. Do we do the red? We could also do like a black for the glam. We could do something like the blood ember set or something. That could be really cool looking. All right, off to bowling. Vaping bowling. Hell yeah, dude. Grats. Get it done. I hope you win. Get all of the turkeys. You know what I'm saying, dog? Get all them turkeys, okay? Whoa, wait a minute. The commander spawned right there? Weird. What's up? Oh, okay. Your dogs are hot. My dogs are hot. I have hot dogs? Hot dogs. Ah. You need some air conditioning. My wife said I have some hot dogs. So he does move around. That's interesting. I have not seen him there before. That was the first time I've ever seen him spawn in that particular location. Hello? 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 I have a hot dog. You have a wiener dog. That's better than a hot dog. Milo. So this build is super strong after all. So the pros and cons on the Excel sheet are a bit outdated. Milo, I changed those pros and cons last night. Did it revert or something? Or do you need to refresh the page? Hang on. Now I got to check because I literally did all this work at like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning this morning. No. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it saved. It's good. You may need to like refresh the page. Oh, yeah. You aren't the strongest build in the game, and you aren't the weakest either. This is by far not the strongest. So, so comparatively speaking, okay. So the max damage I've pulled out of this build has been about 50k DPS. Okay, about 50k DPS. 50k or 50000 DPS. Okay. The top DPS builds that I am seeing right now parses for are parsing over 100,000 damage per second. Warmonk Zur and Warmonk Pal are currently out parsing most things. Yes. Yep. So it's like perspective, right? It's about the lens that you apply. And again, notice I'm not casting any dots. Like, it just doesn't. I could, but it'd be a waste of time. So my warrior monk enchanter is probably a shitload better than she was a few weeks back. Oh, and Darius, your warrior monk enchanter is bojonkers more powerful today. Bojonkers more powerful. Actually, you have aroused my curiosity with your build, because honestly, I could actually see some pretty amazing things coming out of that build. You would just use runes as heal. You'd get sympathetic healing procs out of casting rune on yourself. Ooh. So if you don't cast God, what's the effective way of passive dot benefits? Well, we're going to be using the passive dot benefits as a not even. We will be using them. It's just they're not really conducive to casting right now. So like when we go fight Emperor right now, like right, I'm actually going to switch this over and put all these fire dots up. So when we go and we fight the Emperor, what we'll do is we'll actually put these fire dots on him. But right now, just like fighting trash and like things in general, not really worth doing. We'll actually pull that too, and we'll do another fire dot. Last fire dot. There we go. Oh no, they're gonna punt me 16 billion miles. We got everything. Then we're gonna hit it with a dot. Blam. Aw. And then I get teleported. No. There we go. Oh, they don't care about disease. There we go. So what we do is we the real purpose of the dot stuff is you will want to cast dots, but you really only want to cast them on named. When you fight like Saru, for instance, this is actually something that I'm going to point out really big in my builds. You'll want to apply the disease dots to Saru because they're the longest lasting. And when you have a Rune of Torment, you're going to be casting that disease dot that's literally going to last the entire duration of the fight. And that is going to constantly keep Cascade of Decay rolling, and it's constantly going to keep Shamanistic Curse rolling, which means he'll always be slowed and he'll always be healing you. Always. Yeah, you're not hogging shit, Milo. You're learning, and that's what we made. That's what we stream for. That's what we made this channel for. That's what I like to do. I want people to learn all these things. I want to, like, the information that is typically gate kept away from people and like typically hidden is what I want. Like, I want more people to be able to engage in this stuff. I don't want you guys to be out there like, and the first time you hear about the most busted build or the first time you hear about the most busted mechanic, I don't want it to be in the change log when they're nerfing it. When I was young, I used to play games like Ultima Online, EverQuest, Asheron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot, and I wasn't real like hip on the jive, if you catch my meaning. Like, I was not aware of all the ins and the outs and all the secrets and all the like backdoor dealings of some of the more busted builds and how some of those mechanics worked, right? And so because I wasn't aware of those things, like I never really got to engage in them. And that felt bad to me because a lot of the time, you know, I wouldn't hear about it until I was reading the patch notes or something. In those rare occurrences, I was even reading the patch notes. And then in the patch notes, it would say like, oh, yeah, you know, we're fixing this thing that allowed people to do umpteen billion DPS, or, you know, allow them to auto kill dragons and double their money. And, you know, I was always learning about it once it was too late. You know, all the animals had left the barn. So I never really got to take advantage of some of those things. And so one of the things that I like to do, or one of the reasons that I enjoy doing this type of content, is because I want you guys to be able to play some of these really busted things and engage in some of this content, and you know, not feel like the train already left the station and now you guys don't get to use it. If I had to guess, if I'm being entirely honest, you know, a lot of people like to accuse me of being the problem when things are getting nerfed, but these things that I'm sharing with you, really, like, the devs are aware of them well before I'm showing anything on stream, first of all. Second of all, the fact of the matter is that, like, even this build and like things on the warrior are very likely to get adjusted. I don't see how they allow certain things like this to exist. There are things with wizards too that I'm really shocked more people aren't talking about. There's some really wild builds out there that are kind of being pushed under carpets, and maybe it's because they are worried about those things getting nerfed. But at the end of the day, like, I do think that there's a lot of things out there that probably still could be made a little more public, but it is what it is. Did you ever hear about the Ret Pally who soloed DLK in Classic WoW? Maybe it was BC. There was an immediate hotfix. Yes, there was. I watched that video of them doing that, and I actually went back and did that myself. I did it on another server, like a custom server that was like replicating. For instance, okay, did you know that? All right, this is something that a lot of people aren't thinking about. So everybody is like stacking all these weird stats, right? Like everybody, well, not weird. Everybody's stacking like heroic strength, and everybody's stacking like some of these like very, you know, oh man, I got to get heroic strength. Oh man, I got to get spell power. Oh man, I got to get all these other things, right? Has anybody thought about the fact that mana burn can currently hit for 300,000 damage? One mana burn. Has anybody even tried, like, messed with that at all? You can only do one mana burn. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. But when that one mana burn is essentially like 1/3 to 1/4 of a mob's health, you only need to engage in that much. Well, it gets crazier, because you ever think about what happens? You ever think about what happens when you, I don't know, start stacking mana augs? Anybody thought about what happens with mana burn? Because it uses a percentage of your mana. It doesn't use a flat amount of your mana like it does on live. It uses a percentage of your mana to activate, and then relays that percentage of your mana in the same way that life burn, this ability right here, in the same way that life burn uses your health. So if you stacked health and you go like this, ready? If you go like this, boop, 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 and then you just do this, and then you click Vehement Rage. Life burn is ticking for like massive damage right now because I have a shit ton of health. If I were to stack 200, 300 hit point augs on all my pieces of gear, life burn could be something really stupid, and it would be a really fun little like nuancy build, but nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's really doing it. Nobody's taking advantage of it. Mana burn is the same concept. Stack a bunch of mana. Now, does it make you a one-trick pony? A little bit. But guess what? Here's the best part. Is you take that one-trick pony and then you add it to another one-trick pony. Or You add it to something that isn't really super overly busted, and then you have this secondary mechanic that actually does a substantial amount of damage. So one of the things that I have is I have a Paladin, Enchanter, Wizard. Okay. My Paladin is taking advantage of the heroic strength buffs. He has IOG and he has Wizard. And when I cast spells on that character, I'm nuking for like 30 to 40,000 damage. You can get some dumb stuff. If you pop Blade Guardian, then Life Burn, will you get an immediate heal? You absolutely will, Josie. So actually, we can talk about that a little bit. So if you'll notice the order that I have my skills in up here, this is my cooldown skills. So you'll notice Focus Arcanum. This increases my chance to land spells. Funeral Pyre increases my dot damage. Okay, so the amount my dots are doing automatically increases here. Hand of Death, which when I drop below 80% health, it increases my dots. Guess what Life Burn does? It knocks me below this threshold. What I can also do is, if I want to be really chintzy about it, I could actually click Hand of Death, click Canny, and this will trigger Hand of Death as well. And then I can just go right down the line. Yeah, you can. So this is another thing. Blade Guardian. Okay. So you cast Blade Guardian. It's a 7-minute trigger, right? Look at this. Oh, it's only a 5-minute cooldown. Now, this is something that I think might get changed. I think this is kind of bullshit, but this is something that might get changed. So it has 7 minutes to trigger. So 7 minutes for your health to drop down to 40% before it'll trigger, but it's only a 5-second cooldown. So theoretically, you could keep this up and then you could press this button. It triggers, you could immediately press it again and you could get the effect a second time. Please. I hate it here. This game's dumb. Boo. I've killed Emp like 30 times and no Leopard. Yeah. I've killed him probably upwards of 50 or 60 times, and I've only seen it once. Ooh, Fildor the Barbarian breaking open the real stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So Fildor says, for those of you who are on Twitch, mana burn can be cast again after 1 minute, and there are 3 mana burns. One does 40% of mana, one does 30%, and one I think is 20%. It's nice. I can take 4 Force Rue from around 10% to 0, and I suppose you can prob do 20% of his health total if you used it for each percent, but you would need a chanter in there to recover the used mana or something so you can do the other 80%. I run Bard, Druid, Wizard, and it's not overly overpowered. Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. Boop. We're still trying to get these shoulders up. Yeah. Yeah. So boys and girls, we're actually, see, my EQ knowledge isn't deep enough to even think about that kind of stuff. I go with what I know. Yeah, and that's fair. And that's why we that's why I want to create content. And actually that really leads into the next thing that I'm about to say, in that I'm actually going to end stream a little. Yeah, I really like it. This is my Paladin, Wizard, Enchanter. I am actually going to end stream early tonight because I am going to be working on a couple of videos, which I would like to have out either tomorrow or the next day. I'd really like to have them out before the Q&A this week. One of those videos is going to be a little it's going to have some of these things that we're talking about right now in them. It's going to have a couple of different informationals on how to take advantage of some mechanics that maybe the devs would not necessarily be excited for you guys to use. How's the this week in THJ? So Wendy, I need to do that, but somebody approached me recently asking about wanting to do something similar. And while I definitely had come up with the idea like a week or two ago, I kind of wanted to leave the door open for that person to take advantage of it if they wanted to. If they don't take advantage of it, like by the end of this week, I'm definitely going to be doing it. So as a content creator, like, I'm not going to say like this is mine or this is or my thing, but I definitely had been talking about that, as you know. And then this last weekend, I was approached by another content creator who, it was kind of interesting, but either way, they approached me and they basically said that they wanted to do something like that. And, I'm just kind of putting my hands up and giving them that opportunity to do that. I'm going to be focusing my energy more on sort of, I kind of already gave away one thing. I'm going to drop a video that's going to be little tips and tricks the devs probably don't want you to know. You know what? We can actually talk about one right now. Before I end the stream and start working on this stuff, I'm also going to be finally putting the leveling guide out. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that thing's been sitting there forever. Okay. Let me tell you a little story. How many of you guys know this is my gear, right? These are all the items that I have equipped. We're not talking about a build. We're talking about like little things, little tips and tricks that you can get into. So how many of you guys know that when you put an item in here, when you put an item in your power slot, how many of you guys know that whatever the focus effect is on that item gets shared amongst your character? How many of you guys know that when you put an item that's leveling, that has a click effect in this slot, it makes the click effect stay permanent? So theoretically speaking, if you had, I don't know, let's say this character right here. Do I have... She doesn't have one yet. Shit. All right, let's say the Kelp Hilton Mace doesn't really work with that. What do I have? I actually don't have any of the stuff that I need to do that. All right, so basically, let's say I had the wizard robe, okay? I swear I tried that with summoning focus and it didn't work. Yeah, I wouldn't do it with a summoning focus, Ogre. What I would do it with is like the wizard robe, or these actually. Quickening a Solasec reduces the cast time of detrimental spells. So like have this in there and always keep like another one of that item on you so that when it levels up and you can no longer put it in that slot, you can put another one in that slot. Well, so what he's saying actually isn't wrong. I don't think I have the book on this character because she doesn't really benefit from it either. But the way pets are summoned is actually a different mechanic than the way focus effects work. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but the summoning portion, the way it's encoded, is different than like if you had like actually, this is a perfectly good example. Mars Blessing, right? So this increases the potency of your healing by 30%. So when you have this in here, when you have that in there, obviously you can't do it because it's legendary. But if you had this in there, you would gain that 30% bonus. When you have the book in there, what happens is it's not counting this as you having this equipped. And so when you summon the pets, the books, the way pet summoning focuses work is they actually pull from a separate, like it's a completely separate repository of pets. You're basically like casting another spell, even though you're casting like your pet spell. Instead of, basically the item is saying, instead of pulling from this pet stack, you pull from this other pet stack. And that's how the pet summons work. It's really bizarre. And the only reason I know that is because Kata got into great detail with me about it one time. So again, if you use focus effects, you can put them in here. If you use a clicky item, like if you have what do I have? I'm trying to see if I have something that isn't leveled up. I don't think I do on this character. Actually, wait. Oh, it's legendary already. Dinner was delicious. Hell yeah. So summoning focus isn't actually a focus effect the way we normally think about it. Got it. Yeah, exactly. That's the easy way of saying that. I had to make it all complicated. But at the end of the day, good times. So I'm actually going to go work on a video about that. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the familiars now. There's some really great stuff coming with familiars. Really great stuff coming with familiars, but shh, don't tell anyone. Shh. Yeah. Dark Animus, absolutely. Only +1 level for those pets rather than +7 for my Necro pet, but a boost is a boost. Yeah. Like I said, it pulls from a whole different list of pets when you cast it. And that's why you're only seeing that +1, because it says that it's a power boost of 20. It says it's a power boost of 25. It says it's a power boost of 15, but it's not the same power boost that's being applied to each class equally. And that's where you get that whole, like, it's pulling from it's saying you're this class. What were those 100K builds again? Oh, Joshua. Take warrior, take monk, and then go from there. Take warrior and monk. Warrior, monk, berserker. Berserker, monk, paladin. Warrior, monk, paladin. There's some really, really stupid 100K plus builds. Yeah. If you guys do a real brief search through the Discord of like what builds, like look at actually I'll show you this really quick, but after that then we're calling it. So hang on. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. All right. Okay. So if you guys go all the way down here, okay, and you see the class theory crafting, all right, and you see these things, okay, you see how it says there's like a little message thing and a number? Okay, this isn't the thing you want to look at. This isn't the thing you want to look at. I mean, this is good. Has its own forum. That's crazy. What you want to look at is like this. See this? With 25 plus new. 17,000 with 25 plus new. 25,000 with 13 new. Skip this one. See how there's no new? See that? All about dots. 17,000, 25 plus new. Click on these builds. A lot of these will have build like videos and information and data about what is really busted and what's not really busted. War Monk, any priest isn't going to suck. I like Enchanter. SK is probably solid too. It's hard to get it completely wrong. Yeah, to some extent. Yeah. So if you look at these things, the Sweat Dojo, 18,000 with 25 plus new. If you look at these things, this is where you're going to see some of these bullshit builds. And you can see what I frequent. And you can see too many people send me messages. Ridiculousness. All of them fired. And you can see, ooh, look, testing forums. Testing forums. Ooh. Anyway, I love you all. You're all beautiful people. You're wonderful human beings. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been cool. And I really do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and raid out. I'm going to go work on some of these videos and get these things rolling. I do hope that, hope to see you all in the future. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for the gifted subbies, all that fun stuff. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you soon.